Hello everyone, welcome to day 16th of September Lead Code Challenge, and today's question is spiral matrix. In this question, we are given a matrix of size m cross n. We need to return or print all the elements in a spiral form. For example, in out of this matrix, the direction that we are going to move is in this way: 1 2 3 6 9 8 7 4 5, and this is the termination condition. We need to return an updated order in which these elements will be printed. Without much ado, let's look at the presentation that I have created for this. And to be honest with you guys, it's not a very tough question. It's just heavy on the coding side. How are you keeping track of directions? How are you writing the code well? There's nothing much to think about in this question. So now let's look at the PPT. Spiral matrix lead code 54, and let's take the same example that was specified in the question. This is a matrix that is given to us, and how will we solve this question? We will take 4 pointers. The first one is the starting row. The second one is the ending row. The third one is the starting column, and the fourth one is the ending column. So let's walk through in the first direction towards right. Here we are moving towards right, starting from the leftmost column to the rightmost column. So which is a variable parameter in this case? We are printing all the elements corresponding to the start row. So elements corresponding to start row, and the variable parameter is the column parameter 1, 2 and 3. And so I'll mark J here. J extends from starting of column till ending of column. So let's write that as well. J moves from starting column till ending column. And as soon as we are done with this, what am I going to do? I'll increment my starting row pointer for the next iteration whenever we are back at this particular row. So this gets updated to next higher value. So we are done with the first logic, and now let's move on in the other direction. Let me just change the color of pen, and this time we'll move from the topmost right index to the bottommost right index in the downwards direction. Go down. And what is the variable parameter here? The variable parameter is the row IDs, these IDs 1, 2 and 3. The column remains the same. I will be the variable parameter here, and it will extend from starting row up till ending row. And let's write that up: EL of I comma ending column. This will be the way we are gonna print elements in the downwards direction. Also, we increment SR in the previous iteration so that the corner element, this third element, is not duplicated in both the traversals. That was the reason. Similarly, once we are done reaching up till 9, what we are going to do, we'll increment the value of we'll decrement the value of EC. So EC now points to this particular index for the next iteration to happen if it happens in future. Now let's continue the process. Let me just change the color of pen again, and this time we'll move in the reverse direction as to what we did in the first step. We'll go towards left from right. So let's write that up. This time the variable parameter again will be J because column is getting changed, and here J will extend from EC till SC. So let's write that up. J will extend from EC end column comma start column, absolutely reverse of this particular step, and we'll print element EL of end row ER, comma J. Once we are done with the iteration in the left direction, we'll decrement the value of ER. So ER now points to SR, this particular row, and now we'll move from the bottom row to the topmost row, towards up, towards top, and the variable parameter would be I here. It will extend from ER to SR. So this would be the reversal of these two parameters. I will move from ER to SR. The other parameter, which is SC, will remain constant because in this particular column SC remains fixed. So it will be element of I, comma SC. You will continue the process till the time your SR is less than or equal to your ending row. Also, we will check a similar condition for the column pointers as well, till the time my SC, the starting column, is less than or equal to my ending column. If these conditions are not met, that simply means you have traversed across the complete matrix and you'll abort the process. In order to summarize this up, you have to keep track of all the 4 pointers, and once you are done with the traversal in one particular direction, you have to either increment the corresponding pointer or decrement the corresponding pointer. So let me just reiterate it once more. Let's hypothetically assume I am moving towards the right direction. Once I am moved towards the right direction fully, I will increment the value of SR, so SR plus plus. If I am moving towards the downwards direction, and once this traversal is done, I will reduce the value of EC. EC gets reduced to this position by a factor of 1. If I am moving towards my left direction, from my rightmost terminal to my leftmost terminal, I will simply reduce the value of ER. ER gets reduced to this position. If I am moving from my bottommost position to my topmost position, I'll simply increment the pointer for SC, starting column, for the next iteration to happen. Now let's move on to the coding section. If something is still unclear, don't worry. Whatever I have told in the PPT right now, I'll exactly do the same steps there. And also I would request you guys to have a look at the other video that I published 2 days back. It's about the journey of a very humble person from a tier 3 college to Morgan Stanley. It's a high dose of motivation for you. It's okay to skip few lead code daily challenges if you don't have time, but rather go and see that video. The learning that you will get from that video is immense. So it's a very humble request for me. Please go and have a look at it. Now let's move on to the coding section. I have defined my answer variable that will store my result. I simply check if my matrix.length is 0. I simply abort the process and return an empty array list. I have initialized 4 pointers as I talked about in the PPT. The first one is the starting row, the second one is the ending row, next one is the starting column, and the fourth one is the ending column. Till the time my starting row is less than equal to my end row and my starting column is less than equal to my end column, the abortion condition, in the first move we will go towards the right direction. And what was the variable there? The column parameter was the variable, and my ith index remains same, which is equal to the starting row. So I simply move towards the right direction. Once I have moved towards the right direction, I increment the pointer for my start row. Now let's move towards the downward direction. I have defined a loop starting from I equals to start row, going up till less than equal to end row, and with each iteration I increment the pointer for my row variable. I add to my answer matrix of I, comma end column. The column value or the column index remains same. Once I'm done with the iteration, I update my end column to subtract by 1. And now let's move towards left. I check if my start row is less than equal to end row, so that we don't go into overflow conditions. I move towards left. The variable parameter here is the column, and the end row or the rowth parameter remains the same. Again, pretty straightforward. Once I'm done with this, I reduce the end row pointer by 1. And the last one that I have is moving towards top. Again, I have a pointer starting from I equals to end row, goes up till the start row, and with each iteration I decrement the pointer for I add it to my answer matrix of I comma start column. Start column remains the same. Once I'm done with the iteration, I increment the pointer. In the end, I simply return my answer. So let me just return the answer, and it is accepted. This brings me to the end of today's session. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for viewing it. Have a great day ahead and stay tuned for more updates from Coding Decoded. I'll see you tomorrow with another fresh question. Till then, goodbye.